Hi guys, so my name is Hannah, I'm from the Community Trust. I am just working on some home exercise plans for our active recovery clients. So I'm putting together a load of videos, those different circuits from chair-based to stretch and relaxation to mobility work, so they can stay fit and healthy while all this is going on, until they can come back to our sessions, which hopefully won't be very long.
Alright guys, so I'm going to walk you through our warm-up. So for your warm-up we're going to do 5 different exercises, and in between each exercise we're going to do 20 seconds of marching. It's up to you how big you want to make that march, so whether you just want to start off quite lightly, you want to bring your knees a bit higher, bring your arms in, and you can do. We're going to have 5 different exercises, and I'm going to really quickly run you through each one so you know what they are. So to start off with, your first exercise is forward punches. So you want to punch out in front, nice long punches. It's up to you how quick you want to make this as well. And then you relax, do 10-20 seconds of marching, and then we're going to go there heel to toe tap. So all we're going to do for that is bring your foot out to the side, you'll place your heel on the floor, and then you'll swap it over and pop your toe, come back centre, and we're going to change it onto the other side. So we're going to go heel, toe, middle, heel, toe, middle, and just keep repeating that throughout. Your third exercise is arm swings. So for this one, you want your arms down by your side, you're going to swing them right up, alternate them over, and you want to make this as big as you want, okay? So plenty of movement there, and then you'll come back to the centre. Your fourth exercise is going to be a high knee march. So bring your knees up as high as you can, making sure you've got plenty of movement in your hips here, bring them all the way up. And then your final exercise is going to be punches above the head. So exactly the same as I'm moving forward, you want them to be nice and long all the way up, and it's up to you how quick you make these as well.
Alright then guys, so I'm going to talk you through all of your exercises on the different circuits. So you've got 4 circuits to choose from. Your first one to start off with, your first exercise will be heel, toe, middle. So just like in your warm-up, you bring your heel out to the side, replace it with your toe, and then come back to the centre. And you want to try and get your heel and your toe to land in the same place, so you're getting plenty of movement in your ankles there. Your second exercise is a shoulder press. Now for this one, you can either use no weight at all, you can use a resistance band if you've got one at home, or you can use something weighted around the house. So if you're using a resistance band, then the band's going to go behind your back, and then you'll have one end of the resistance band in each hand, and then you're going to push up above the head. But if you want to use something weighted, like you're in tins at home, anything like that at all, you're going to start from the same position, we'll push up above the head, but don't knock out your elbows, and then nice and slowly back down, making sure you're nice and controlled with that one. Your third exercise is your side bends. This is going to be really good for working your abdominal muscles and your core. So we're going to start off with your arms down by your side. You'll slowly make your way down to one side, and then we'll come back up, and then down to the other side. So when we do this, when you go down, this shoulder here might try and pull you forward. So you want to stay nice and upright, come back centre, and then back down. And there are your side bends. Then you've got your half jacks. So this is where we split your side jump in half. So you do one arm, one leg out to the side, and then just keep alternating it over. And try and get as much movement as you can. And when you feel happy and comfortable with that move, then you can speed it up a little bit if you want. It's just going to get your heart rate up a little bit more. Your fifth exercise is single leg extensions. So what we do with this is straighten out one leg, and then slowly bring it back down. Loads of movement there in your legs. And if you want to make it a bit harder, then you can either slow the movement down, or you can hold it for a split second at the top before bringing it down. And then your final exercise is your arm raises but out to the side, your lateral ones. So again, you don't have to use weights for this, but if you want to, if you've got anything weighted around the house, you can do. So arms start off down by the side. We're going to slowly bring them up, no higher than shoulder height, and then slowly back down. So you don't want to make this rush, you want to keep it controlled, and only going up to your shoulders, and then nice and slowly back down. And that is your first circuit. Alright then guys, I'm going to talk you through your second circuit with all the different exercises. So your first exercise here is your calf raises. So for this one, you want to come forward onto your tiptoes, and then nice and slowly back down, but just before your feet touch the floor, you're going to come straight back up again. So you don't want to let your feet completely drop because you'll lose the tension in your calves. And come straight up, and then if you want to make this a bit harder, then when you come to the top, you're going to hold it for a split second before going back down. So your second exercise is where we're going to do 5 seconds of really quick marching and 5 seconds of slower marching. It's up to you how big you make this, but we're going to start off, you do 5 seconds quick, bring your arms in if you want, make your legs really fast, and then you'll do 5 seconds slower, and then we'll do 5 seconds quick again. Your third exercise is your abdominal crunch. So for this one, we're going to sit up nice and tall, bring your hands up towards your head, and we're going to do opposite elbow to the opposite side. So the elbow is going to come across, we're going to come down slightly, and then come back up. So this is really good for your abdominals, because we're going to crunch all the way across. If you want to make it a little bit harder, then we're going to bring the knee up slightly, and the aim here is to get your elbow to tap onto your knee. It's up to you how big you make that move. Then your fourth exercise is your front raisers. So just like before we did arms out to the side, we're going to do them coming up front now. So you can either use no weight, you can use pins, or you can use anything you've got around the house really. But what we're going to do is start off in this position, your hands are going to come up, no higher than your shoulders, and then slowly back down, all the way up, making sure it's really controlled, you don't want it to be rushed, anything like that. Your fifth exercise is your cycle legs. So for this one, we're going to alternate them over. Now it's up to you whether you want to do 5 seconds and then swap over, or you want to split the time in half and do 15 on one leg, 15 on the other. We're going to start off with one leg, you'll lift it off the floor, and then you're going to cycle that round, making sure you've got plenty of movement in your hips and your leg, but not letting your foot touch the floor. And then when you want to, you'll swap over, and then you're going to go onto your other side and do the exact same again. Your final exercise in this circuit is your arm circles. So for this one, we're going to have hands out to the side, and we're going to keep them up the whole time. But to make it a little bit different, you can either do circles forward, you can do circles backwards, you could do little tiny bounces, you could make the circles a little bit bigger. It's completely up to you. Whatever you want to do, just try and keep your arms up the whole time that we're doing it. And that is all your exercises in circuit 2. Alright then guys, so I'm going to go through your third circuit with you here, go through all the different exercises. So to start off with, we've got one that's going to get your heart rate up, and we've got your quick toe taps out to the side. So normally we'd just do little side steps like this, but we're going to make it a little bit harder, so we're going to try and speed it up. So find a level that you're comfortable with, and try and speed that up, get it as quick as you want, and then we'll come back to the centre. The second exercise is your bicep curls. So again, if you've got weight, so you don't want to use weight, that's fine. But you want to start off, keep your elbows nice and close to the body, keep them tucked in. Start off with your wrists facing upwards, and then we're going to come up towards the shoulders, and then nice and slowly back down, and relax. Then your third exercise is your high knee march. So for this one, you almost want to pretend like your feet are stuck in mud. We're going to bring them all the way up, as high as we can, and then slowly back down. So get your knees as high as you can with this, before bringing them back down. And then we've got your flutter kicks. So for this one, you want to shuffle back in your chair a little bit, bring your hands to the side, and then straighten out your legs. Now if we can, we're going to lift the feet slightly off the floor, and then we're just going to kick. Really gentle. It's up to you. If you want to make it harder, you can lean back a little bit further, but make it as quick as you want, but try and keep your feet off the floor the whole time. The next exercise is really good for your triceps at the backs of your arms. So what we'll do, if you want to, you can use weight. We're going to do one arm at a time. So you can either split your time down the middle, or you can do 10 seconds on one, 10 on the other, it's up to you. You're going to start off with your arms down by your side, and then we're going to bring the arm all the way back, keep it nice and straight, and we're going to push it back as high as we can. So it's going to come right behind, still keeping that tension, push it all the way back, and then you'll swap onto your other arm, and we'll do the same again. So bring the arm back, right up, and then slowly back down. And then your final exercise for this one is a really good cardio one. So we're going to do 10 punches out in front, nice and quick, and then you'll do 10 punches above the head. And just keep alternating that over, make it as quick or as slow as you want, but making sure that you've got loads of movement there and it's getting your heart rate up. And that is all your exercises in circuit 3. Alright then guys, so I'm going to go through the 4th circuit with you and go through all the different exercises. So to start off with, we've got a torso twist. So we're going to bring one arm out in front, just like this, and then your other arm is going to come across and just land on top. What we're going to do is we're going to twist to one side, just twisting out upper body, come back centre, and then back to the other side. So this one's to be slow and controlled, we don't want to be rushed. I'm going to try and get as much movement as we can, reaching all the way back there, talking back to centre. Your next exercise is a bent over row. So you can do this again with weight or without, it's completely up to you. I'll show you with. So if you've got anything weighted, you want something in each hand. Now what we're going to do is you're going to sit nice and upright, and then you'll almost lean forward, keep your back nice and straight, okay? The weight's going to come down by your side. We're going to row up. So go down and then straight back up. You're almost going to squeeze your shoulder blades together when we're here as well. Remember not to let your back to arch or dip, but you're going to squeeze it all the way up and back down. And then you'll come back, and that's your bent over row. Your next exercise is a bicep curl into a shoulder press. So we're combining 2 of the moves that we've done in previous circuits. And if it doesn't feel right or you're not keen on it, you can always break it down. So either do just a bicep curl or just a shoulder press. But I'll show you both together. So if you want to use weights, this is your starting position here. So you're going to do your bicep curl, and your arm's going to switch round, and then we're going to go into a shoulder press. And then we just reverse that. So the arm switch, you're going to do bicep curl, shoulder press. You're going to do bicep curl, up into a shoulder press, nice and controlled with this, okay? Now this next exercise is really good for your triceps, just the back of your arm here. Now if you've got someone weighted around the house, that's going to be a lot better. So what we do is we just sit side on slightly, arms out, straight in front, and then you're going to keep them up nice and high and just rotate this round. So the main thing here is you don't want your arms to drop. Keep them nice and high throughout this movement. Okay, so this next one's really good for mobility as well as a little bit of core work as well. So what we're going to do is bring both arms out in front like this, bring them together, and you'll have them at shoulder height. And then what we're going to do is one arm is going to come all the way back. We're going to look back at that hand, bring them back together, and then we'll do the same again on your other side. So it creates a really big twist all along your spine. And relax, bring your foot down. You'll find that exercise is another really good one for your core. So if you've got something weighted or you just want to hold something in your hand, it does help with this one. You're going to shuffle forward into your chair, and then we're just going to lean back ever so slightly so you can feel that in your core. If you want to make it harder, then you'll lean back further. But find where you're happy with, hold your weight, and then we're just going to twist from side to side. So you come back, and then twist. And this is your Russian twist, and like I said, it's really good for your core muscles, this one is. And that is all your exercises from your 4th set. Right then guys, so I'm just going to show you some stretches that you can do as part of your cool down. So to start off with, we are going to do a tricep stretch. So what we'll do for this is we'll bring the arm above the head, you're going to bend at the elbow, and you can either give it a bit of a push here, or if you want to, you can bring the arm over the head and push down here. And you repeat that on both sides as well, and hold it for about 5 to 10 seconds. Another stretch you can do is take the palms of your hands to the base of your back, and you're going to look up slightly, squeeze your elbows together, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Hold that for 5-10 seconds until you can feel that stretch all along your chest. And then if you want to with that one, you can reverse it. So you bring your arms in front, round your back as much as you can, drop your head down, and then you can always repeat the chest stretch until you can get a little bit further. Another stretch we can do for your shoulders is when we bring our arms out towards the side. This hand is going to come across and hook behind your other arm, and this straight arm is going to pull to the back of the room, and we're going to twist back, so you should feel that in your shoulder. And then we'll do the same again on your other side, so it hooks behind, and we're going to pull it back. So there are a few stretches for your upper body. For your lower body, what we're going to do is going to shuffle forward in the chair. I'll sit side on slightly. We're going to straighten out one leg, and then you'll walk your hand down towards that straight leg until you can feel the stretched out down the back there. You'll come back up, and we'll do the same again on your other leg. So you're going to lean all the way down until you can feel that stretch. If you're not quite feeling it, then make sure, or I can change the stretch a little bit, so you bring the toe up towards the face like this, and you should be able to get a little bit more down the back of your leg. Another stretch that we can do as well is we're going to come up onto our tiptoes, so feel that stretch down the back, and then we're going to sit back onto our heels and lift your toes up as much as you can. So you'll stretch out your calves here, which we've done quite a lot of work with. So you're going to come up, and then we'll hold it for a few seconds and bring it back. You can just keep alternating this over as well for your stretches.